Right, 10. This will be good, actually. 10 times Mother Nature got angry on camera.
From massive waves crashing onto a ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and a steel bridge in Bosnia that didn't stand a chance against the raging river, to a multi-story building in China that collapsed after days of heavy floods, and two Indian men who decided to risk it all by crossing this rickety bridge during a flood. Here are 10 times Mother Nature got angry on camera.
Are they crazy, bro?
The Lancang River, also known as the Upper Mekong River, flows over 3,000 miles from the Tibetan Plateau to South Vietnam. Along the way, it passes through the Cham Do Prefecture, a small city in the Tibet Autonomous Region. The area is prone to heavy rain and flash floods. When it happens, the Lancang River gets a little upset. Heavy floods ravaged Cham Do in July of 2017. It got so bad along the river that building foundations eroded and floated away. It was only a matter of time before this 5-story building collapsed.
Yo, that's like a domino. Yo, I hope no one's in that. Oh, that's crazy.
From another angle, you can see the building pulling down power lines as it falls into the river. We imagine that caused some debris to fall into the streets, which sent the onlookers scattering. The river also claims a red truck for good measure. It floats away like a pool toy.
Yo,
thankfully, everyone was evacuated from the 5-story building long before.
Yeah, imagine I was streaming in that house, bro, and everything's just... Oh, that's crazy.
Before it fell. We're not sure whose bright idea it was to build an apartment building on the riverbank. Floods and raging rapids like these are all too common in China.
Oh, really?
That building was doomed from the start.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
In May of 2014, Bosnia and Serbia experienced the worst flooding in the region in over 120 years. Homes were swept away, and violent landslides cut off communities from much-needed resources. Overall, heavy rain utterly devastated the entire Balkan region. In Zavidovici, a small town in central Bosnia, locals watched as a...
That's crazy, bro. How is the water that powerful that it's literally destroying the bridge?
At first, it looked like the steel frame was just going to get stuck against the cement bridge. But the water kept pushing, and it was quickly reduced to a pile of scrap metal. On a normal day, the Bosna River is nowhere near that high. The army helicopters were called to airlift some 4,000 people to safety, but bad weather hindered their efforts.
Bro, that's crazy, man.
La Palma is a 29-mile-wide, tooth-shaped island in the North Atlantic. It's the largest of the Canary Islands, which are technically owned by Spain, even though they're off the coast of Morocco. The island is home to 2 large volcanoes, Caldera de Taburiente in the north and Cumbre Vieja in the south. Of the two, Cumbre Vieja is the younger and more active. In September of 2021, an earthquake swarm beneath La Palma stirred things up inside Cumbre Vieja. Geologists recorded more than 22,000 earthquakes in 1 week. All of that activity...
22,000 earthquakes in 1 week. Bro, you'll just be shaking constantly. Like, bro, if you're on that island, you're just constantly shaking, bro.
Activity led to an eruption on September 19th. While the eruption lasted several months, it was Halloween of 2021 that had everyone talking about La Palma Island.
Oh, wow. Yeah, where's this? Because you're good on visiting? Yeah, I don't think anyone's visiting this place. Yo, that's mad. It's like a flamethrower coming from the ground.
The Cumbre Vieja eruption lasted well past Halloween. It continued spewing lava for 85 days before
What?
finally stopping in mid-December. In that time, over 3,000 homes were destroyed by rolling walls of molten rock.
You want to touch it? Sophia, how about you go there, you touch it, and then let me know how it goes? Because you have to let me know on one hand. Because the hand that you touch it with is gone. You're losing that. Unless you're going both hands and then you're not going to have no hands. You gotta have a tight with your feet.
Lava flow from Cumbre Vieja spanned over 1,000 hectares. At its biggest, the lava flow was nearly 4 miles long and 2.2 miles wide. There was so much lava that it formed a new peninsula as it cooled in the ocean.
You want to pee on it and see if it can stop.
Total economic losses tallied over 842 million euros. That includes
What?
228 million worth of roads and infrastructure, 165 million for public and private buildings, and about 200 million worth of bananas. For the record, La Palma's banana industry accounts for 30% of economic life on the tiny island.
You have a squat pee? Yo, that would be so hot.
Nanchang Changbei International Airport in Jiangxi Province, China, services about 27,000 people per day. They're one of only 507 airports across the country. By comparison, the United States has over 13,500. On March 4th of 2018, passengers walking around Terminal 2 were in for a harrowing airport experience. The weather kicked into high gear. Rain pelted the tarmac, and 83-mile-per-hour winds halted all flights in and out of the airport. Then, someone noticed the roof was caving in.
Oh my. Oh wow. Bro, look at this guy just casually walking in. Look at this guy, bro. He don't care. He's not even turning around to look. He's just casually walking in, bro. Why would you be close to that? Why are people close?
Look at all the debris scattered across the runway.
That is Final
Imagine you're stuck
Destination.
on a plane and that's all you see out the window. Thankfully, nobody got hurt when the roof collapsed, though the event did scare a few locals.
Wow.
One traveler said it felt like the end of the world. The wind was so strong, they were convinced all the glass was about to break. Airport
Yeah, I would not be close to that, bro. Hey, Light, appreciate the prime sub, dude.
officials had more confidence in the building's integrity. They diverted new arrivals through the departures hallway and resumed operations later that day.
Yo, that car better drive quicker, mate. The fuck? Taking his time.
Yulin is a prefecture-level city in northwest.
Yo, why is everything in China, bro? 10 times Mother Nature got angry. Why are most of them just China?
Western China. In late
They have
July of
just crazy weather.
2017, the city and its neighboring communities were inundated by devastating floods. Several days of heavy rain, upwards of 4 inches in 24 hours, caused a nearby dam to overflow. Water rushed from the dam and flooded the streets below. Nearly 10 feet of standing water buried cars and low buildings. 20,000 people were forced to leave their homes. Those who stayed recorded the flood from above.
Oh, what? That literally looks like a river. Like, it just looks like buildings in an ocean. In a mud ocean. That's mad.
You can see where water spilled from the Yushi River and moved into the surrounding streets. Some land around the river was so badly eroded that entire buildings collapsed and floated away. This video goes to show how catastrophic
Yo.
dam failure can be.
Do you know what's crazy? In China, house insurance must be so high. You know what? They probably don't even do it. They probably don't even offer it.
According to reports, the flood destroyed over 17,000 acres of farmland. Over 600 miles of roads were covered in mud and debris. About 1,400 houses suffered severe damage, while 43 crumbled to nothing. Economic losses soared past 38 million yuan, or about $5.5 million. Hurricane Ian wreaked havoc on Cuba and southern Florida in late September of 2022. The Category 4 storm slammed into Lee County with winds blowing upwards of 150 miles per hour. As of 2023, Ian is the fifth strongest hurricane to hit the United States. It was also the strongest storm to hit Florida since Hurricane Michael in 2018. Ian never relented as he destroyed everything in his path.
Jesus.
Cars, homes, businesses, it didn't matter. Countless hours of video and thousands of pictures emerged, showing Ian's widespread destruction. But it's the real-time footage taken during the storm that shows us how crazy it was.
What? Mad. Holy shit. Wait, Sophia, do you live closer here now or not?
Imagine watching the streets you drive on every day disappear underwater.
You need
Footage
a boat.
from another balcony shows the ocean coming up over the beach and flooding the streets. Both shots come from Fort Myers, Florida, one of the worst hit places during the storm. The barrier islands in Lee County absorbed a brunt of the damage. Public safety officials described them as decimated and unrecognizable. Rough estimates claim Ian caused between $50 and $65 billion worth of insured damages.
What?
The key word there is insured. There's no telling how much uninsured damage Ian caused. Some claim it could be as high as $100 billion worth of financial losses. That includes lost tourism revenue, which is a...
Oh my god, yo, the insurance companies in Florida must have gone bust, bro. They must have gone bust with how much they had to cover. Yo.
significant portion of South Florida's GDP. The Pabar River flows for 108 miles through Himachal Pradesh, India. In August of 2019, extremely heavy rain triggered a series of floods and landslides across the region. Raging rapids on the Pabar sent a wooden bridge to its breaking point.
Why
then,
would you do that?
two locals decided to risk it all to get across.
Are you... This is how people die. This is how people die. They want to die. Why would you do that? Why would you actually do that?
At least the guy up front was smart enough to bring an umbrella. You can see where debris has piled against the side and warped the bridge out of shape. We're not sure if these two were daredevils looking to make a viral video, or if they really needed to cross the river.
No, bro. What reasons would you need to cross this river that bad, bro? What reason? It must have been women. It must have been women, bro. They must have had a booty call on the other side of this river, bro. And they was desperate. They went like 3 months without seeing them. They're dry. Maybe even a year, bro. They're dry. And they need that.
Make a viral video, or if they really needed to cross the river.
that must be one good booty call.
New Zealand breaks into 2 main islands and 16 different regions. The Auckland region in the north is home to 1.6 million people. Most of them live in Auckland City, the largest metro area in the country. In early 2023, several days of heavy rain led to the biggest climate event in New Zealand history. Floods devastated the Auckland region as water swept through the streets. Almost everything in sight found itself underwater, especially this foodstuffs grocery store.
Yo, surely at this point, you can just go in here and take all the food because it's just going to go to waste. Is that what they're doing? Surely at this point, the shopper said, yo, you could just take anything you want because it's all gonna be destroyed.
As water swept through the streets, almost everything
free
in
food
sight found itself underwater,
has to be free
especially
food.
this foodstuffs grocery store.
Mad.
Jeez.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, there's so many people there.
This is wild.
Mad.
At least everyone seemed in good spirits as they trudged through knee-high water. The empty shelves remind us of early COVID lockdown days. You know, without all the water. The funny part is these people were apparently still shopping when the store was flooded. Imagine being called into work to bag groceries. Hopefully, the employees wore their bathing suits. Jokes aside, the Auckland floods were financially devastating. Finance Minister Grant Robertson said...
What? Yeah, those pallets would make it not, like, float away, right? Would that help it, like, stay there?
The floods would be the biggest non-earthquake event in terms of insurance claims ever recorded in New Zealand. Meanwhile, foodstuffs executives begged people to only buy what they needed. COVID taught them a valuable lesson about panic shopping. At least all the toilet paper floats.
Yo, the toilet paper will be ruined.
Mount Semeru is the tallest volcano on the Indonesian island of Java. It's also among the most active. Locals often refer to the steep-sided volcano as Mahameru, or the Great Mountain. On December 30th of 2020, villages in the Lumajang Regency of East Java witnessed a stunning yet terrifying sight. Mount Semeru began erupting, causing lava to flow down its steep sides.
Oh, wow.
Simultaneously, the area got hit with a heavy rainstorm.
How are you even gonna clean all this mud up? Like, when you're flooded water, right? Water just evaporates, right? But mud, yo.
One local had an excellent vantage point in the forest, watching the cold lava flow snake down the mountain. It's also been in a state of near constant eruption since 1967.
Yo, that volcano is pissed.
Deep-sea ships take on water all the time. Thankfully, they have these things called scuppers built into the vessel. Scuppers are small openings on the deck level that let water drain back into the ocean. Without scuppers, a ship's deck could take on too much water and start sinking. Ships float because they're less dense than the water. All the open space creates air pockets that keep the ship from sinking. The more you fill that space with cargo or water, the more dense the ship becomes.
Wait, okay, right. I understand how they float, right? But what blows my mind is cargo ships. Surely that's just too much weight. Because it's just crates, like, stacked up. Like, 4 high. Maybe even more, bro. Fully stacked. I don't get it. Yeah, but cruise ships, what's stacked isn't as heavy as cargo ships. The underneath is empty. Right. Okay. It's still weird to look at, bro, when you see these cargo ships. Yeah, I get that they're big, but, like, they fill it all up. Like, I've seen cargo ships where you can't even see the deck. Oh, it's crazy, bro.